everybody, this is Julie with ReadySetStamp.com, and today we're having a CardzTV challenge, and the challenge is to make something that is 3D with a birthday theme. So what I'm making is a paper cake, and this will be for my son's birthday. So I will leave the silhouette number on here. If you want to use the Sweet Treats Cricut cartridge, that's what you can make along the same lines to do this. So this box is different in that the sides don't tape up. So it just goes like this, and you hold it together while you're adding the top part on. So what I've done is just gone ahead and add the little extra sticky tape here. I use this tape. I know it's called a few different things. I call it Wonder Tape. I don't know if that's really the name of it, but Ranger makes some of this tape, and there's other brands too that makes this tape that's really super strong hold. And that's what I like to use when I'm making projects like these, so that it really stays together nicely. So all I'm doing here is just peeling off the tape onto here, and then just pressing on the sides to just secure this all together. So I'm just going to tape all the sides together here, like that, and then this right here. And that goes like that. All these little pieces like to stick everywhere. And so what I've done here, the 21 that you see in the middle here, because it's going to be my son's 21st birthday, I printed that off on my silhouette, and then I had it cut around it in a scallop. And there's a whole bunch of different scallop options on your silhouette that you can choose from. If you use Accent Essentials, I know there's something like this, and there's a bunch of different cartridges from the Cricut that also have options like this. I stamped it with the CardzTV going in circles, so it's got the happy birthday around there. And so this is how the box will be assembled. You just hold this together here. Let me hold this in the right angle. It's hard to do this when I'm trying to show you on camera as well, but so it's going to go like this, all put together, so that when you open it, if you lift it up, then it'll open. And I might end up putting something along the edges here, so just so that you know, the bottom layer is cut out at 9 inches, the middle is 8 1/4, and the very top is going to be 7 1/2. And I'll get the exact numbers of how many of each that you cut out, and I'll let you know that. And so now we'll get started on making the rosette. Alright, and for the next thing is I'm going to show you how to do a rosette for the top of this box. And I'll give you the silhouette number, and I just cut it out of whatever the size it is. And by doing the measurement, this is going to be 1 inch by, if I was to guess, it would be 11 1/2 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel away the sticky tape that I placed on this side of this. And of course it comes all scored like this, which is really nice. And I know there's different Cricut cartridges. I think it's called Rosette and Roses or something like that that you can do. Now, there's a few different ways you can do this. You can either, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but I'm just going to show you a few. I have done them like this in the past, where you squeeze it all like that. This is onto this piece of cardstock that you see right here. I just added some ATG tape and some strips, so I just keep it down like that. Then I take one side and I kind of pull it out, and then I keep going around this side like this and bring it around to the other side. And then I place my 2 fingers here and hold this together like that. And the rosettes do want to pop up in the middle, so I just try to hold it together. See, there's popped up right there. That's what I was saying, what it likes to do. So try to hold it in the center. Maybe I need to add more ATG down to the bottom of this, but okay, so now it's kind of staying place. Also with my finger pressure, I can feel it just really wanting to try to pop up on me. So what I'll do is I take my glue gun and I put little glue around the outside here, just a touch. Kind of wind it up a bit so I don't get too many strings on there. And then I take, this is one of the ones that said 21, but I decided not to have the 21 on the very top here. I just want it to look like this. Happy birthday, and I was going to put some kind of rhinestone in the center or something like that. If you get little glue strings, you can just use your heat gun or your blow dryer, and then it'll melt those little pieces away. So I'm just going to press on here, and then generally what I do is flip it over, and I just do the next side, just to really reinforce it. You don't have to, but I like to. So now I'm just going to take this one right here, go around the side again, around the outside here with my hot glue, and then I'll press that down here, hold it for a few seconds. It's pretty hot. If it gets too hot, you can place something else there if you want, just to kind of hold it down. So there is a rosette, and it's not too hard to do, and I think it looks really pretty, and that's what's going to go on the top of my little cake here. Now let me show you one other way to do this, to do a rosette. Alright, here's another way to do a rosette. I've got another one here, and I'm going to peel it, and inside here you see this lid, and this lid, I got this was at Costco, but I've also seen these at Michael's. This lid is good for like all your little accessory pieces, and it goes like that, and this is usually has magnetic on the bottom of this, and it'll stick. I've seen Costco have these recently, and of course I've seen them at Michael's as well. So you just take your lid or anything that's around this shape, circular, around that size. Well, it also depends on what size your rosette is. So I'm just going to try to peel back this tape here. There we go. And then I'm going to bend this rosette all back into place again and set it inside this ring. So I'm going to set it in the ring, kind of hold it in place, and then bring this piece over to connect to this other piece down here. Let's see here. I can get that in there. There we go. You hold that together. Okay. And now I'm going, and what's nice is it doesn't really seem to want to pop up much when you do it in a ring like that. So then I'll do a little piece of hot glue on here like that. And this one needs to have the happy birthday on top. So there's that. And again, the happy birthday is from the CardzTV stamp set called Going in Circles. When it feels a little bit cool, then you can pop it out. Flip it to the other side. Let's see here. Now it's kind of stuck in there, but there we go. All right, and now we go around this side here. Around. Okay. And then we do the bottom one here. So I'll just press that a few times. Wait for that to dry or harden. And then there's my next one to put on my other one that I'm working on here. Hi everybody. So this is the next step, and the next step that you do is take a 12-inch circle on your Cricut or Silhouette and cut it out, and then I just glue it onto a piece of cardboard and cut that out, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can see this kind of overlaps. And this, because this is 13.5 inches on the widest part, this is going to be hidden, but it definitely adds some sturdiness. So this goes at the very bottom. I'm just kind of stacking these all together so you can see how this looks all lined up like this. And the cute little cupcakes that you see here is from Jolie's Boutique. And I thought they went perfect on top of this with the little rosettes that you saw me make earlier. And those are just on with a glue dot. And then usually what I do is add a little bit of tape. So a little bit of ATG tape on the bottom of these just to keep them in place. And then with this on the very bottom, then I type cellophane and wrap it with a bow. I will show you some pictures at the very end so you can kind of see what this all looks like. And because I'm making this so early, this is February, my son's birthday, his 21st birthday is not until April. I'm not going to add the balloons, but generally speaking, what I do is add the balloons to the very center of this. So when I put the very first layer on, so that's this, down here, the very first layer. So first you would add this down to the bottom, and then you would add the balloon right in the center, the balloon bouquet of 5 balloons right in the center, and then you place these all around it. So the balloon's going to go right here in the center, and that sticks out from the middle, and it looks so cute. But if I do that now, of course, the balloon's going to be all deflated by the time it's his birthday. So for this reason, I'm just doing it like this. But on these in particular, you can see just on these two, on the center here, I've added some rhinestones. You can see it right here. Some rhinestones on this piece and this piece. So I always make one less for the top and make it look like the cake is layered with some rhinestones in the center. So that's the completed project. So next time you'll see it, it'll be all wrapped up with a pretty bow. Okay, so here is the cake all completed. And I did this cute little card that goes with it. And I'll give you the silhouette number to this and just use the same little scallop that I have here to put the 21st birthday onto there, and a little cute little cupcake with a little tag and a little bow that I did in the background here that you can see. And so what I've done, I can't remember if I mentioned, but on the bottom there's a total of 10 of them. In the middle there's 12, and on the top there is 9. So on the bottom it's 9 inches cut, the middle is 8 1/4, and the top part is 7 1/2 inches. And that's how I cut the little, they're pie pieces, but anyway, I call them cake pieces. So I hope you guys enjoy this and have a great day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.